Hey, hi, hello. It's me, Team Craze again, and something fishy is going on in this clip. If you'll actually be bothered to comment down below in the comment section, let me know ahead of time, like what you think was wrong with this push from the enemy team. You don't get any brownie points or anything like that, but hey, let's try and like get some engagement going. It probably won't happen, but you know, a man can dream, right? A man can dream.
4、3、2、1、レッツゴー！ちゃんと陣地を守ろうね。ご注意ください。私も飛べる。当たった。射撃を続けて。マイマイ、休憩は終わったよね。お見通しだよ。一緒に行きましょう。ガーちゃん。天に銀の月が輝く。敵の体力はもう凡人に。神を仰ぎする資格はない。悪いことはもう。星々があなたを守ります。月輪原因。ターゲットに敵避けて。おいで、最高の相棒。マイマイ、休憩を完了。最高の花を咲かせるよ。敵が近くにいる。絶好調だね。いい感じ。グレネード、減速ボム、遅くなっちゃう。一撃も耐えられない。与えた。
And so that's the clip. And now let's go, what is it? Through it now. Words are hard. Words are very hard for me. So, right off the rip here. The whole 5-second rule again. Once 5 seconds have passed, I typically like to try and make an attempt at a rotate, because oftentimes, I think even like maybe just like a little bit less at the higher ranks, like a lot of things will just happen around the 5-second mark, and you can kind of just see like I've not seen anything within the first 5 seconds on the side of on the B side of 404. So seeing the Galatea and then her two teammates later on the minimap kind of clues me in like, hey, maybe I can attempt to rotate. But because this is a thing a lot of people like to do, especially at the higher ranks, there's a reason why I always make an attempt to rotate through middle on 404. Like, instead of just going all the way through spawn. Reason number one, if I went from here, like where I was over here, all the way like through spawn here and then to A, like you can kind of see that's a long rotate, right? Whereas if I go through mid, like it is a much shorter rotate. It's not like super fast compared to if I had rotate through spawn. And there are definitely some risks with going through spawn, but it's also not me going all the way through B like this to go here, or in the worst case, go here and then into A, because guess what? That takes forever, right? Even worse if I go all the way through their spawn. Like this is like the shortest and safest path for me to like actually help my team and be like participate in the fight, not be like participate in the fight. So that's reason number one. Number two, again, is that especially at the higher ranks, they always like to have somebody like chilling here in the mid, like off in this, like chilling here in mid, or like oftentimes across the map, still have somebody straggling, like trying to catch any flanks that somebody might be doing. Because yeah, like you might be like, oh, rotating through the flank on the shortest path is probably safe, but there's somebody holding you, and then now you're down, and then now your team is in a 4v5. So that's the two primary reasons why I'm rotating through mid. But then you'll see, as I'm rotating through mid, Imo comes into through the window, I start shooting at him, and then this is the very key part about what I'm doing here. So generally I know that Bimo is around like this area. I don't know if it's the red box or whatever like kind of shows through, but I'll do this as well. Like I know generally Bimo's around that area. He's not showing himself to me, like he's not peeking or anything. But I also want to make sure that Bimo has actually committed to his push. What I'm gonna do here is that I'm only gonna just like jump to see for the info and just back off. Because if I had actually pushed out here, like sure I'm at like range, but Bimo, Bimo having dash and all, can still just like kill me in CQC. And it's like, I'm just dead. So take a more what's the word I'm looking for here? Metered approach, I guess you could say. More metered approach to this, and just try and see if I can find him like actually committing to the push. And if not, then just fall back here and like let my team kind of adjacently know that there's somebody still in mid. Because, and this is like the third reason why, and this is like the second reason, not the third reason, because I'm on defense. The second reason why attackers will typically leave somebody on the flank route is because if, like, what is it? They kill somebody here, like on the flank route, or like, say I were to like rotate all the way through spawn here, then that means that they can just come from mid here and have the entirety of B site for free. So what Bimo was trying to do there, and what I inherently realized, is that Bimo's trying to bait me out for a fight. So I just have to like give up the position and like just kind of like stay here for a little bit. Yeah, that means also Bimo has the spot as well, but Bimo can't easily push through mid either, because if he tries to push through mid here, I'm going to at least attempt to shoot him. Like even if he gets close, he's gonna spend like some decent amount of time trying to fight me. So stick around for a little bit. He hasn't done anything. Because like the push is still happening. I've still seen at least like 4 of them at A. So initially I am going to start rotating. But I don't know if anybody's kind of noticed this about the icons, which is what kind of clued me into this, because we see Galatea, Economy, Ming, right? We see what is it? Galatea, Economy, Ming, and also Celestia. But the thing is, I've never actually seen Bimo's icon pop up in that rush. So I know for a fact that Bimo is still somewhere here in mid, and that even though I want to help my team by joining them in the A fight, I have to stick around because Bimo is like still at large, probably still in mid. So stick around again for a few seconds, see if anything's happening. But because I know Bimo still has never fully committed to the push, I'm just gonna like again in theory. Okay, so in theory, at this moment, I play the small little midsection here of CT mid here to watch the angle. But here's where the mind games come in. It's very likely that Bimo Whoops. Is like probably right around here. I'll draw a B here. It's very likely that Bimo's around here. So if I were to push up to this space, he can just like run at me, and then I'm dead. And basically they won the round because even if what is it? My team kills everyone, which they do, like that was straggling around here. They're so disadvantaged by nobody like actually being in sight to stop the plant that like, like, and like the timer would have gone down so much that like they can't even like attempt the retake. So my best option here is to hide myself away and play safe. Just kind of watch for where they go and react from there. Which I don't know if anybody really knows this too much, but you can play like right where I'm at and you're like fully invisible and like nobody's gonna check here. Like it's really hard to check here, but also if you play here like off rip, you're throwing because you can't actually like do anything. You can't shoot, you can't move, like you're just stuck here spotting and it's just basically like game over because like at that point you might as well have just like not played B site. So going off a gut feeling, I'm eventually gonna pop the snail that's in my general crosshair vicinity. And what I'm just looking for is a cross into B site from the mid window, but also to hear the sounds. So I'll let this part of the play out, and like you would have heard it earlier as well. Like I can hear Bimo running through uh the mid B window here. And like I said, I hear Bimo running through the mid B window. I see Celestia trying to plant, and now again, like it took a little bit while because I knew that like the rotation time from mid was gonna take a little bit longer, and that also Celestia and Bimo were probably gonna play cautious because they knew I was still around, but like they would have thought, hey, this guy's probably rotating through CT spawn to catch up with his team, but whoop-de-doo, I'm literally not there. So it continues. I see Celestia, I see Bimo, I can chase Bimo, I can try and kill him, but I'm also probably just gonna die, and again, even though my team is going to kill all three of them, if I don't try and stop the plant, then they have no time to defuse. So in this situation, the best option is, even if it's like supposed to be guaranteed and like everything like that, try and kill Celestia the moment she tries to plant, which is like what I do here. Now, obviously, I am kind of a little bit older, and like even though I have my moments where like I hit shots and stuff, like on average, I'm not gonna do super well. So I kind of miffed the kill, but at the end of the day, I've stopped Celestia from planning for like at least a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 seconds. And during that time, I've somehow stayed alive. Is it also partially because the Bimo sucks like hard ass? Yes, but also like, like even if I had died here, I would have done my job. Even though it does, yes, kind of hinge on me living. Like, even if I had died here, I did all I could to try and stop them from trying to get the fuse off right away, and that's really the whole point of me showing this clip, is that like, not everything is as you think it is. Like, if you pay attention to what's going on at the other side of the map and stuff, like who's actually there, like you can pick up quite a lot of information on hey, like, is this actually like a full committed like push, or are they trying to do a split push here? Because I've seen a lot of the times where like on people's streams and stuff when I'm just like lurking, is that like I see them like insta rotate. Like it's understandable not following like the 5 second rule and stuff because a lot of people won't know it. But I'll see them insta rotate and then they'll just be blindsided by split plant, and then they'll just have like no time because everybody's been committed to one side of the map and they have no time to defuse, even if they get there as soon as possible. So, you know, try and do a little bit of evasion as much as I can. Thankfully, Baimo tries to glide instead of just shoot me. And my mediocre, like, panning my cameras around and stuff to, like, make me hard to hit does enough to, you know, get away from Baimo. And then also, you know, I'm basically just guaranteed now to get the fuck away from Baimo. And to my teammates, and you can see Baimo just really does not want to fucking face this anymore. And so from here, post plant, there's one morsel of information I know, because I literally saw him, but there's also a second morsel of information that I can take a very, very, very educated guess on. Baimo, I know for a fact, has gone this way and this way. This much is known. But because I had to run away from Celestia, who was planning like right here-ish, I don't know where Celestia is. But, you know, knowing that attack very obviously wants this part of the map, I am going to play it, like, guess accordingly. And what is it? Throw a nade, and then throw the slow nade. I probably should have done that in reverse order, but I wanted to make sure like I actually get the damage off if they were actually there, and you know, this is probably like the safest way I can like do it. So come up, Baimo comes this way, he gets hit by a slow nade, I see Celestia, and just fire. I kind of mangle the keybinds, but hey, it's fine. And so that's the dissection of the clip. Like it's very small things on the mini map, but this is also the reason why a lot of your high ranking streamers will have the map enlarged to a degree so that they can see the entire map because of this reason. I understand that a lot of people cover up their map, but this is the reason why a lot of people will do it, because they want to get all the information and see, you know, is there 4 people there? Is there 5 people there? This and that, like where they're going, stuff like that. And this is a video to kind of clue more people into what your high ranking streamers and like what, at least for me, an ex semi pro is looking for when we have the map so enlarged and everything like that. Hopefully this makes sense. Again, I'm not super great at explaining things, but this is the best way I can put it. I have another video going over holding your position and stuff, but that will probably be released at a later time. So enough with the preamble. That's basically everything, and I will see you in the next video or in the next montage. Either or. See ya.